in a note this morning about the institutional uptake. So the big thing that we've been talking about is when's custody going to be coming. We got a couple of those announcements today. Now the task is getting the people at the institutions to buy in. There's usually, my experience, one little group. When do you think that happens?
It's going to take time. There was some really good news on the custodial progress. I mean, Nomura as a bank actually becoming a custodian. But on the flip side of that is the institutions not only have to have a team that's enthusiastic about adopting cryptocurrencies, they have to essentially evangelize internally. And I think that we've got sort of that first step. I think there are more institutions interested, but again, it's going to take some time to sort of get the whole firm to buy in.
What on the regulatory front disappointed you?
Again,
Why was it more negative?
I think we need to be nuanced here. If we look at regulatory, we don't want to simply look at what we expect them to announce. I don't think that's was going to be expected, but it was really understanding how people were shaping their views around regulatory or how they would interpret incremental data or the lack of incremental data. And, you know,
is there an example that you can give us? Just, I mean, it sounds a little squishy. I mean, are you talking about things like whether or not Ethereum is a security or
well, I'll give you some examples of the
or
kind of sidebar conversations that were taking place. One is that, you know, CME, it's great that they're going to have another contract for another cryptocurrency for Ethereum. And the fact that when they finally turn on live is clearly, in some ways, a signal that Ethereum is likely to be viewed as a utility token. So in other words, there's going to be signal in the sense that if CME is actually, when they go live with this contract, it's actually something else. But on the flip side, I think there's a lot of side conversations about how people feel about their last conversation with regulators. And I think on balance, it just didn't feel like things were moving forward.
Tom, of course, I mean, from the standpoint of the amount of money that...
So he makes a great point, and I kind of pointed out in the previous video that until there's actual banks, and he did mention there's an actual bank trying to set up these custodian accounts, until they get the institutions to start pouring in some money, we're not going to see movement in the market. But it is good to see that the CME is setting up Ethereum future contracts. And like I said, if you've watched previous videos on this channel, I really do feel like Ethereum is a great long-term hold, even though it does have scaling issues. So it has a bright outlook, but at the same time, we're not going to see that crazy run that we had in 2017 unless there's some huge green light news passed for regulations. And like I said, we really do need institutions to buy in and to begin to actually take some of the money that they control and invest in crypto. That will really improve the price, not just in the US, but if you have other international banks also investing in cryptocurrency, then I can see a massive growth coming to the crypto market, and hopefully that will take us over the $1 trillion market cap that we're hoping about. But it's really more of a wait and see, and like I said, I think a lot of this action will probably happen more in the end of the year. It's still uncertain, and I think we're just maybe a month or two away from some more positive news and some actual execution on some of these platforms that they're trying to set up custodianship and to attract institutions to invest. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this, but I'm definitely waiting and seeing, and like I said, I still am very confident that we'll see a $20,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year and a market cap over $1 trillion. But let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys soon.